welcome to the Hermitage. I'll try not to do shaky cam, but I'll give you a quick tour of the place. So let's move. That's the front door, and if we move around, here we got the gaming table, which was a work table, but I'm not really doing that much at the moment, so it's gonna stay a gaming table for as long as I can keep it that way. On the back wall here, we have all the games of Shane. Again, I'm trying to concentrate on one or two games, but they're there. I can pull them off the shelf and, spend an evening playing with one or two, but, again, time is an issue. I pretty much stay busy. Back shelf is where the figures are. I've cleared a lot of them off because, again, I'm concentrating on certain things, which I will be doing a video about, probably my next one. You can see there's some 28mm goblins from Warhammer the Old World, or Warhammer Fantasy, as I used to call it, or everyone did. I got some 20mm and 15mm World War II stuff going. Oh, look at that, Advanced Squad Leader counter trays. The totes here have pieces for the table. I'm slowly getting these cleared out. And that way I've got storage for terrain, which is always a pain in the butt. So, let's go across. So the bamboo printer, that's printing some terrain at the moment. That's my FDM printer. I pretty much only use it for terrain. I don't use it for figures. And then as we come across a little more here, this is my BFL. It's a Chinese laser. Oh, let's get it turned on. It doesn't cut that good. It's like 100 watt. I focus the laser and everything. It still doesn't cut that well. But it does engrave pretty good. So I use this for cutting boards, tabletops, and of course, gaming stuff. It'll cut plywood pretty good. So I can use it to make bases and terrain and things like that. So. And coming back from the door, if we go to the right, I got a fiber laser there. I don't really use for gaming, but I do some metal marking with that. Again, it's a cheaper one, so I'd love to be able to do coins with it, but I can't. So here's my display of Shane. A lot of these models in this cabinet I've just printed out and painted just because I like them. I'm trying not to do wobbly cam, but there's those. And in the cabinet next to them, I've got a mix of, I've got a bunch of 6mm at the top and going down. I've also got my Kings of War. And below that, it moves on into the Warhammer Fantasy stuff. So there's the cabinets. And then if we move in here, this is my painting room, and also my office for my IT job. So there's I'll be doing a video on paints because I'm not happy with the way paints have crept up in price and become an absolute must. They've become they're good, but anyway, I'll be doing a video on that before I start a run. Here I've got my 3D printer set up, which is always a mess, but the resin printer does really good models, miniatures, so depending on the size, it won't do 6mm, but 15 and up to 28mm, it does just fine. So I'm happy with that. Anyway, that's the Hermitage. I thought I'd show you guys what it looked like on the inside. So in exchange for a like and a subscribe, and, like I say, hopefully we'll get a lot of stuff done back here over time. So I hope you're along for the ride, and let's see what we can get done. Thanks very much for watching.